Right now, the suspect who drove into a Christmas parade is expected to appear in court today as the Waukesha community looks to heal. We'll tell you how you can help. And millions of Americans are headed out for Thanksgiving, putting airports to the test how they manage this holiday season. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. The man suspected of driving his SUV through a holiday parade in Waukesha, killing 5 people and injuring dozens more, is due in court later today. Minutes before the incident, police say Darrell Brooks left the scene of a domestic dispute. Brooks has a long criminal history. He's been charged with crimes 16 times since 1999. Most recently, the 39-year-old allegedly was accused of running over his child's mother with the same red SUV at a gas station. Just before Sunday's incident, police say Brooks was not being chased when he drove into the parade.
We actually had a squad and barricades up, and he drove right through. When an officer tried to engage and stop the threat, he still continued through.
48 people were hurt, including more than a dozen children. Among the children injured were 3 sets of siblings. Right now, Waukesha is receiving an outpouring of support from across the country. The United for Waukesha Community Fund says they've raised almost $700,000 so far from all 50 states. If you'd like to donate towards helping the victims and their families, we have links to multiple verified GoFundMe accounts and to the United for Waukesha Community Fund on our website. That's channel3000.com. Madison police are investigating a fight that ended with 2 people getting hurt by a box cutter. It happened yesterday afternoon. Police say 3 people got into a fight when one of them pulled out a box cutter, injuring the other 2. Police arrested the person with the box cutter. They face charges of first-degree recklessly endangering safety and disorderly conduct. The others were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Julian Seawright has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Good afternoon, Julian.
Good afternoon, and we're looking at better conditions than we had yesterday, as we are still looking at clear skies for us, but temperatures are a bit warmer than they were yesterday. We were at freezing temperatures around this time just yesterday, but as we are rolling for our Tuesday afternoon, 39 degrees so far, but we are still looking at some breezy conditions. Temperatures around southern Wisconsin into those lower 40s and upper 30s. Not too bad for this time of year, actually near seasonable, but the wind chills is one thing we're going to be looking at, because we're looking at almost 10-degree differences, especially around Madison and the Dells. We're at 31 degrees and 32-degree wind chills for Platteville and 33 for Janesville. So a bit of the chilly side as we see those windy conditions sticking around for us. But as we head into the afternoon, what we're going to see is those lower 40s rolling in. So we'll be a bit more comfortable than it was yesterday, but you got to mind those winds as they're still going to stick around on the breezy end coming in from the south throughout the course of the day. But as we take away for our afternoon, it's going to be around 43 degrees for us today. Mostly sunny and still going to be becoming breezy throughout the day, as we're going to see those winds from 10 to 20 miles per hour from the south. We'll talk more about it, especially a quick look at what Thanksgiving is going to be looking like in a few moments. Till then, back to you, Mark.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Julian. Airlines across the country are gearing up for Thanksgiving travelers. Errol Barnett takes us to one Atlanta airport where the holiday rush started a little earlier this year.
On a busy travel time like this, it's hectic.
It is one of the first steps in air travel, and the TSA officer, Unique Nikita Lunford, her goal is to help get tens of thousands of travelers through security smoothly.
We absolutely celebrate when it's all over and we can kind of slow down and breathe a little.
For Delta Airlines, it's game time.
Oh, this is our Super Bowl every year. Thanksgiving week is when we see our peak travel demand.
Mark Sparks is Delta's VP of Airport Operations here.
And it may look like chaos to the average person, but there is a ballet that's taking place here.
At any given moment, there's dozens of aircraft and support trucks, plus thousands of airline and airport staff, all coordinating in real time. This area is what passengers don't see. On this day, some 80,000 pieces of checked luggage will be sorted, then loaded onto planes.
It makes us happy that everything finally is getting back to normal.
Karen Barali and Dion Kofa are part of Delta's ground crew. They're thrilled to see the increasing number of holiday travelers this year. But some airlines have struggled to get their footing during the resurgence of air travel during the pandemic. Southwest and American Airlines were hit with major cancellations last month, and many crews continue to deal with the rise in violent confrontations amid mask mandates.
Last year wasn't pretty. It was a dramatic change for us. But one thing about we didn't fold. We didn't give up. when they call it quits.
Delta says on Monday they had more than 4,000 flights system-wide and are almost at pre-pandemic levels. This travel rush is rewarding for former Marine and 737 captain Mark Garner.
One of the more gratifying things about flying on the holidays is, at the end of the day, we're going down the escalator and we see families and friends getting together.
And all this is to help you get to where you need to be this holiday season.
I'm excited to just see my mom physically, give her a hug after 2 years almost.
So the next time you look out your aircraft window, spare a thought for the ground crew who usually have only about 45 minutes to completely unload, reset, and reload aircraft, and they do it each and every day, no matter the weather. Errol Barnett, CBS News at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport.
And disruptive airline passengers are now paying the price. The FAA says just 8 people faced fines totaling $161,000. That's the third highest total since the FAA enacted its zero-tolerance policy. One of the passengers accounts for a quarter of that total. That person was fined almost $41,000 for allegedly bringing their own alcohol on a Southwest flight, sexually assaulting a flight attendant, and smoking pot in the bathroom. This year, families are expected to pay 14% more on Thanksgiving dinner than they did in 2020. The American Farm Bureau Federation says dinner for a family of 10 will cost an average of $53.31. That's $6.41 more than last year. Turkey prices saw the biggest increase, up 24% since last year. Pie crust also went up 20%, and dinner rolls rose 15%. When it comes to availability, experts say you should find plenty of items on store shelves.
There may be situations throughout the country where a particular grocery store may not have as many turkeys as necessary, but at the end of the day, there's going to be plenty of food on Thanksgiving plates.
Economists blame the increase on inflation, supply chain issues, and a surge of demand for food during the COVID-19 pandemic. Your favorite bowl of cereal could cost you more next year. According to one regional wholesale supplier, General Mills is raising prices on hundreds of its products in 2022. Popular cereals like Cheerios, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Lucky Charms are included in the increase, as well as other brands like Progresso and Pillsbury. General Mills has yet to comment. One of America's biggest retailers will be closed this Thanksgiving. Target is closing all of its stores on Thanksgiving Day and every Thanksgiving from now on. The store was closed over the holiday last year because of the pandemic. Target CEO says this will be the company's new standard. Walmart, Kohl's, and Best Buy will also be closed on Thanksgiving Day this year. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
The White House moves to fight rising prices at the pump, and 'tis the season for holiday sips with a side of salad dressing. I'm Diane King Hall at the New York Stock Exchange. Those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
If your home is drafty and cold in the winter and your heating bills are out of control, it's time for a visit from Dr. Energy Saver by Larson Home Services. Our team will show you where and why your home is using, losing, and wasting energy. We will conduct a comprehensive energy evaluation of your home, identifying problem areas and providing a customized solution that fits your needs. We offer a full range of insulation services for your home aimed at eliminating drafts in your living areas, attic, basement, and crawl spaces. These energy upgrades will save you big money on your energy bills and make your home more comfortable and efficient. Our team will provide effective, long-lasting solutions, and right now take 50% off installation labor, get a free heat map analysis of your home, and get a $100 Visa gift card when you sign up for Dr. Energy Saver package. Call now to set up your free estimate because this doctor makes house calls.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
At Papa Murphy's, we need seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
I was a Navy submariner for over 20 years. I spent a large portion of my life underwater. Service is about putting your country before yourself. But Senator Ron Johnson uses his office to serve himself. Ron Johnson passed a special tax break that benefited his family's business, then cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since he's been elected. That's not what service is about. Tell Ron Johnson to stop voting for tax laws that benefit himself.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
President Biden is tapping the nation's strategic oil reserves to help drive down prices at the pump. The White House says it has ordered 50 million barrels of oil to be released. The move is being coordinated with several other nations, including the UK, China, Japan, and India. Best Buy continues to reap the rewards of pandemic purchasing patterns. The electronics retail giant says profit rose to $499 million during the third quarter, and sales shot up to nearly $12 billion as consumers continue to upgrade their electronics and invest in home entertainment. Get ready for Plan B. According to a new Bankrate survey, 77% of people reported some sort of shopping problems heading into the holidays. Leading the list, sticker shop, meaning higher prices than usual. And nearly half of respondents said their searched for item was out of stock or on back order. To check gift lists off, Americans are pivoting to shopping earlier or buying gift cards. And Dawn, your favorite dressing. Hidden Valley isn't being shy about unveiling its ranch-drenched holiday collection. For people who have a palate for it, there's a ranch nog kit equipped with 2 glass mugs for sharing. The set sells for $50. It's currently sold out, but you can still join the wait list. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Thank you, Diane. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial is up 60 points. The NASDAQ, though, down 148. The S&P 500 down 9.5. Well, Thanksgiving just 2 days away, and millions of Americans are getting ready to put up a Christmas tree. But there's a shortage this year, so if you don't have one already, you better act fast. CBS's Nikki Batiste reports.
For nearly 30 years, the Vandervalk Farm and Winery in Mendon, Massachusetts, has been a destination for families searching for the perfect Christmas tree. But this year, it will be quiet here. Casey Vandervalk is the farm's owner.
Would you say there's a cut-your-own Christmas tree crisis this year?
There is. Last Christmas, during the height of the pandemic, the demand for a real tree was higher than normal, and Vandervalk oversold, cutting into this year's supply. It takes between 7 and 15 years for the trees to grow tall enough to sell.
Yeah, so that tree is 5 years old.
5 years?
Exactly.
Farmers across the country are dealing with shortages for the same reason Vandervalk is, coupled with excessive rain.
When we go through the fields, all the small trees have died because the roots just sat in the water.
There are around 15,000 Christmas tree farms in the U.S., and each year, Americans purchase approximately 25 to 30 million real Christmas trees. This year, there's also an artificial tree shortage due to supply chain issues. About 85% of Americans who celebrate Christmas put up an artificial tree. Mac Harmon is the founder and CEO of Balsam Hill, a popular artificial tree company.
We're trying to bring in more products into the country than our ports are designed to handle, and so everything's getting delayed.
Harmon told us he's now paying about 300% more to bring his artificial trees to the U.S. from Asia, where they're produced, and that cost is being passed on to consumers. They've had to increase prices this year about 20%. As As for Vandervalk, his family's homemade wine business and last year's sales will keep them afloat. But being closed for the Christmas season for the first time in nearly 3 decades is still hard to accept.
It's sad.
It is sad. Don't do that. You're going to make me cry.
Oh, sorry. It's sad.
We definitely enjoy doing it.
It's that time of year. Well, coming up next, Pam Yankee has a look at your Midwest Farm Report. Plus, how are travel conditions looking for Thanksgiving? Julian has a full look at your forecast when we come back.
Are you worried about getting in and out of your bathtub to shower? Don't step over, step through with Wisconsin Walk-In Showers. Let us custom fit your tub to be a walk-in shower without any remodeling. Our bathtub conversions take a few hours to complete. Call before you fall. Wisconsin Walk-In Showers.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
What makes Salon Pass Arthritis Gel so good for arthritis pain? Salon Pass contains the most prescribed topical pain relief ingredient. It's clinically proven, reduces inflammation, and comes in original prescription strength. Salon Pass, it's good medicine.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Are you worried about getting in and out of your bathtub to shower? Don't step over, step through with Wisconsin Walk-In Showers. Let us custom fit your tub to be a walk-in shower without any remodeling. Our bathtub conversions take a few hours to complete. Call before you fall. Wisconsin Walk-In Showers.
Kick off your Thanksgiving with a pre-feast workout for a good cause. We'll give you all the details for this year's Madison Turkey Trot and answer our question of the day for your last chance to win these.
And we continue to talk about your Thanksgiving travel. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
She's on a mission.
Just watch her. She is a fire pistol.
Leading her fighters in the battle of their lives.
Come on, Joel, let's go!
Charlotte Deleste introduces you to a fitness trainer giving hope to people fighting a terrible disease. Wednesday on News 3 Now at 6. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. We just had a story about the shortage of Christmas trees. Is that the case here?
No, that's not. And that's one of the stories I wanted to make sure we reference. In Wisconsin, we're not looking at a shortage of Christmas trees. Now, the varieties may be a little different, but according to Greg Hahn, who is the president, the advisor of the Wisconsin Christmas tree growers, you're not going to run into a problem as far as availability. Price might be up a little bit, and that's somewhat due to the labor that it takes to keep those trees in good shape in the hottest part of the summer. But here in Wisconsin, we're fortunate, folks. You are not going to hear those stories about the shortages, especially if you're already engaged with a local grower. Same thing, there's a national story out there talking about a shortage of cranberries. Not here in Wisconsin, folks. Remember, Wisconsin leads the nation when it comes to cranberries, and we've done just fine as far as our growing season is concerned. So remember, whenever you're hearing those stories on the national scene, stop and be grateful for being right here in Wisconsin, where we've got a lot of plentiful food products that you'll see on your table. I talked this morning with Wisconsin Department of Revenue Secretary Peter Barker. Right now, we are kind of in the tail end of signing up for the Wisconsin Farm Program. That's a little financial assistance for the farms across the state. 16,752 people had applied as of this morning. That's about 2,200 or more higher than the previous sign-up program. It's also about 1,000 more than they had pre-approved. So reaching out to a broader array of farms. Remember, had to have $10,000 in sales and no more than $5 million in sales to qualify for the program. They expect to have those monies distributed by sometime mid-December. revenue.wi.gov if you're still looking. And speaking of the Revenue Secretary and cranberries, today is National Eat Cranberry Day. It's a little something that you can do and enjoy tax-free if you eat dried cranberries. Tom Lochner, the executive director of the Cranberry Growers, says they're grateful that the Department of Revenue worked on eliminating the sales tax for dried cranberries. So if you want to have those today and celebrate National Eat Cranberry Day, no taxes. Barrel cheese up a penny and a half today at $1.52.5. 40-pound block cheese unchanged at $1.85 3/4, and double A butter unchanged at $1.99 per pound. But no, like you said, to your point, Wisconsin, the only state really across all the upper Midwest that did not suffer through a drought this year. Wisconsin, the only state that leads the nation in cranberry production. We're good on Christmas trees. No problem with turkey supplies, so we got her all.
It's good to be here.
Yes, it is.
All right, Pam, thank you. Yep. Let's go now to Julian with a full forecast. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. And if you are still wondering whether or not we're looking at good conditions, if you haven't started traveling yet, well, we are. We're looking at a pretty perfect week, actually, because throughout today and even going into tomorrow, we're still holding on to mild temperatures. We're going to be in the lower 40s for today, but in the lower 50s as we head into Wednesday. Then we are going to start to see some colder temperatures as we get into our Thanksgiving Day and for Black Friday as well, as we're looking at freezing temperatures into those lower 30s. However, we are going to be staying onto the drier side until further notice, but we could potentially be seeing some flurries into our forecast for us. But for today, as just a point of reference, around this time of year seasonally, it's around normal 41 degrees, and it's much better than it was yesterday. It's right now we're at 39 degrees, and we're still looking to be into those lower 40s, so we are expecting it to be into the seasonable side for at least today. But in terms of wind chills, since we have those southerly winds, and they're pretty breezy, we are still looking at that factoring in to being pretty chilly as we get into our afternoon. So as you're planning out the rest of the day, just know it's still going to be a chilly November day for us. Even though the lower 40s are going to be coming in, we are still looking at plenty of sunshine to stay into our skies. Now, one thing we are going to be keeping our eye on is this weak low pressure system over into the west. It is stalled out for right now, but it's going to continue to track its way into the upper Midwest and could be bringing a little bit of a chance of some flurries to scrape by for us. But until then, we are looking at dry conditions throughout the rest of today. And going into tonight, some clouds may develop and then they'll briefly clear out. As we get into our Wednesday, however, we are looking for some cloud cover to begin to blanket us into our Wednesday morning. But temperatures, as we saw, into those lower 50s and going into those upper 40s as we get into our Wednesday afternoon. But again, in terms of traveling, we are going to be looking for the next few days to be pretty good for us here in Wisconsin and for much of the upper Midwest. It's going to be a little bit more hectic, a bit more south if you're going to be traveling into the southern areas of the Midwest. But for us here in Wisconsin, we are looking at great conditions in terms of traveling. Now, one thing we are going to be keeping an eye on is going to be the back end of this weekend. We could be potentially seeing just a clip from that system, which is going to be impacting the Missouri and even the Illinois area, of bringing in a potential of some flurries for us into the southern areas of Wisconsin. We are going to be staying onto the drier side, especially as we get into Friday and heading into the weekend. Then we're going to be looking at that system coming in from Canada, trying to clip us and bring in some lake effect snow that could be bringing, once again, some potential flurries. But nothing is going to be too much to be having a headache about or even hectic as of right now. But we will be going to more seasonable temperatures as we get into the weekend, closer to those normals. But if you're looking at in terms of Thanksgiving for our Black Friday, well, it's going to be cold for both. However, Thanksgiving, we could potentially be seeing some flurries briefly. Then for the rest of the week, going into the weekend, temperatures are going to be, once again, stabling back out into the more seasonable temperatures, into those upper 30s and the lower 40s. But we are looking at a dry stretch for a while, but we are going to be keeping an eye on for this weekend, potentials of even seeing more flurries. But for the most part, folks, it's looking pretty quiet here in the weather world.
That is good news on these busy travel times.
Absolutely. You got to love it. Not a lot of traffic for travel.
All right. Thanks, Julian. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
How do you make both Spud lovers and carb watchers happy? We've got just the thing. Join me today for a healthier take on a Thanksgiving Day favorite.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's time to choose a Medicare plan. So why not choose a 5-star Medicare Advantage HMO plan from Quartz? Starting as low as $0 per month. including medical, hospital, and prescriptions, and dental, vision, and hearing aid benefits. Learn more. Call us today to find a plan that fits your budget and your lifestyle. Quartz offers the region's top-rated Medicare Advantage plans, and they're now even more exciting. New for 2022, the Quartz Cash Card gives you the freedom to spend up to $460 annually on a variety of health-related products and services. And Quartz gives you access to an all-star team of high-quality providers, featuring UW Health, giving you the 5-star treatment you deserve. Because at Quartz, you're the star of our 5-star Medicare Advantage plans. Don't wait. Call now to get plan details from Quartz or speak with one of our enrollment specialists today.
Guys, do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Now there's great news. Peak Performance for Men will help you regain your performance and confidence naturally. Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels, restoring normal and natural functionability where it counts most. There are no needles, no surgery, and best of all, no pain. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for free, and over $300 value. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
High energy bills and cold drafty rooms are no way to go through winter. It's time for a visit from Dr. Energy Saver by Larson Home Services. Our team will find trouble spots where you are losing and wasting energy and will provide effective, long-lasting solutions. And right now, take 50% off installation labor, get a free heat map analysis of your home, and get a $100 Visa gift card when you sign up for Dr. Energy Saver package. Call now to set up your free estimate because this doctor makes house calls.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
With Thanksgiving right around the corner, it's time to make sure we have all of our side dishes lined up for the big feast. Around my house, nothing is more popular than the mashed potatoes. But with more and more people eating fewer carbs, I said to myself, how do I please both the Spud lover and my, oh, I've got to cut back on carbs guests? Thankfully, we found a way that makes everyone happy. Here's how we do it. We start by boiling up some golden potatoes that we cut into chunks. After they've cooked for a few minutes, we add a head of cauliflower that we've cut into florets. When everything is tender, we drain them really well. I know you're thinking, this combo seems odd, but trust me. Now we add some butter, milk, and a bunch of spices to our potatoes and beat everything together until they're as smooth or as chunky as you like. Serve them up with some butter or drizzle on a homemade gravy. You see, by combining potatoes with cauliflower, you cut back on half the carbs without sacrificing any of the goodness. They'll have no idea. To get the recipe for what we call our Fula mashed potatoes, all you have to do is go online. I'm Howard with Kelly, who loves her mashed potatoes, in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found the perfect compromising way for you and everyone to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, guys. Here's Julian. One final check your forecast.
Quickly, we are going to be having a nice brief warm-up with temperatures into those 50s, but then we are back to the cold as we head into the weekend. Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you today at noon or at 4.